Hello, chat. Am I in the right place? I feel like I'm kind of off. Like I'm kind of off center from the camera. Why is that? No, I still feel like I'm in a weird place. Good morning. Hi. Hi there. Hey, happy Thursday. I mean, it looks like maybe it's pointed a little lower than usual. Maybe by like a little tiny bit. Am I in the right place? Yeah, I'm not even sure anymore. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on these days, you know? You think you know something, and then next thing you know, you don't actually know. So, next thing you know, you don't. That's how it happens. Let's see. Today was fun because an hour into my work from home shift, you know, because my day job, right? An hour into it, suddenly oh my god, please reload the page. Suddenly we lost power at the house here. And then I was without power for like 6 hours. And so I went to the library. God bless libraries. There's a library near-ish to me. And it's really nice, very not busy, and I can sit there on my laptop and I can still work because they have free Wi-Fis, free Wi-Fis. So I was able to go get some work still done. It not easily though, because when I'm here, you know, I have my laptop plugged into another monitor and I have a keyboard and mouse. So I have 2 monitors effectively on my work computer and like a mouse and a keyboard, a separate one. But when you go to the library, you're on like a little tiny fold-out desk on a touchpad, and you're like, ugh, I'm just trying to, if I could just... It's never great, but what can you do? Never great, but what can you do? Let's see. In other news, we're gonna play a bunch of horror demos. In other news, we're gonna play a bunch of horror demos tonight because for whatever reason, and I do not know what the impetus was, right? But for some reason, there's like 15 or 20 horror game demos released in like the last 2 days, and so yeah. February usually has a Next Fest. Yeah, so I do know that the Next Fest is going to happen. And I do know that there's a co-op gaming festival going on. But it was just like today alone, there was like 12 horror game demos that just came out. Mabu High. Copy, paste. No, copy. Yeah, it's just you can't even click on the right stuff. I wish I could work at the coffee shop. Yeah, but you work in a lab. And you know, working in a lab is also not a job that you can do from home because you got to crawl around on the floor of the lab or whatever you always say that you do. You always say that you're crawling around on the floor for some reason, which I still don't fully understand what the joke is or if that's actually your job, but anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch of demos. And so we're going to go through a bunch of them today. Some of them we may need participants from the audience, and so I will let you know as we go if we're gonna do something like that. Yeah, not a joke. I spend a lot of the day on the floor. I am so curious about you and your job. It's why, you know, obviously you don't gotta talk about anything that is gonna, you know, give you away or dox yourself, but I just find that very, very interesting. In other news, I tried my vape again tonight for like the first time in a very long time. So we're doing great. Curious about Pseudo and their job, Pseudo and their apartment above every shop ever. You know how mechanics get up under a car? I do that for massive pieces of analytical equipment. So I thought, and you know, give me a little slack here. I thought that you basically every day, this is what I imagined, right? I imagine that you walked into one of those fancy labs that's straight out of a stock photographer where people have their glasses and their white coats and everything is white. And I just imagine that you like stood in front of a microscope and one of those spinny things that separates blood. And I just imagine that that was what you did all day. Like you looked at charts and then you looked at microscopes and you went back to the charts and then you spun some stuff for a while and went back to the charts. But the way that you're describing it, you sound like an engineer when I thought that you were basically a chemist. I know that there are, right, like it's very general, and then chemists are engineers they are. I mean, that there's chemical engineering, etc. But I guess you sound more like a mechanical engineer now to me instead of necessarily like a chemical engineer or something. Are we talking space engineer? I am an engineer. I had to clean a mass spec today. It was a bit gross. Allie, that's so fucking cool. I know most of the words in that sentence. Just not the important ones. But that does sound really fancy. It sounds like you also have a fancy job. We were talking about how I crawl around on the floor to work on my instruments. Allie's your coworker. Right, but you guys don't work at the same place, right? You guys have basically, you work for the same company in different... I get a lot of oil on my lab coat because of it. Yeah, Panic's just not that kind of space engineer. Don't they have space engineers too at this point? So you basically crawl around like under equipment and whatnot. So what is your degree specialty in? Do you have a degree in like lab technology? Is that a thing? Yours is math. But okay. And just again, give me a whole bunch of slack here, right? Cuz I'm not intelligent. But was this your projected like course? Like you were like, I'm gonna get a degree in math so I can do exactly what I'm doing right now? Did you know that? Or did you get a degree in math and then you're like, oh well, not gonna use that ever? Hip Hop Soul, welcome to the 2 years. How's the fam? How's the kiddo? Oh, we do have a temporary job as well, the science labologist. You could apply for that if you wanted. The temp agency were the first people who called me back, and now I'm a chemist. And now you're a chemist. Okay, man, I just have so many follow-up questions because you keep telling me stuff and then my mind is further just enamored with all this shit that I don't understand. Whoa, did you just apply for a job and then lurk? What the fuck is that? I'm 5 blue chews deep in the soap aisle of Walgreens. What is a blue chew? Deep in the soap aisle? Okay, I mean, I think I understand the feeling of the joke. I just don't understand most of what you said there. Kid has hand, foot, and mouth? Oh, well, fuck. Is that like when the cows go mad? Basically, it's like the same thing. So now you guys are all gonna go mad because it's like a brain-eating amoeba caught from the hooves of goats from hell. There's just more soap. I'm at the soap. Oh, right. I was gonna say more things to Pseudo. Sorry. Man, I'm high as fuck right now. Yeah. So you got the temp agency calls you back. And now you're a chemist. Is that standard chemistry shit? Because when I think chemist, I think of someone who's looking at a microscope, playing with a bunch of chemicals, with their Erlenmeyer flasks and their beakers and their blah, blah, blah. But again, what you sound like you're doing something very mechanical. And that doesn't, I mean, obviously it's like you're working on chemistry equipment, so chemist or whatever. A bump disease that'll go in a week? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's good. Chemistry is such a broad subject that it can literally do a little of everything. Well, that's neat. One of those one-size-fits-all jobs. It can be a little bit of everything. Or it's like a box of chocolates. Maybe that would have been a better metaphor. Leary, you have to, in order to get, you know, the advanced degrees in nursing, you have to take, I imagine, some chemistry, right? Very standard, all chemists got to be able to troubleshoot their instruments. And I'm analytical, so I have lots of instruments. Well, Pseudo, that's just fucking cool. You have a very sciencey, fancy job, and that's just fucking cool. So don't let anyone ever tell you that your job is boring. My job is boring. I do analytics, but I don't have any equipment other than Excel. You know? Very not nearly as exciting as, like, messing with all the instruments. Excel, no, I do. No, and I'm not saying I don't do magic in Excel, because I do. That's all I produce out of Excel, honestly, is magic. When someone's like, in fact, I worked on a project today. I worked on because we didn't have power, so I went to the library, and it was a great time to work on a project for one of the managers. And they're like, hey, I need, like, they were like, basically, I have the list of, you know, people that do business with us, and I need to see all the, you know, like, let's just say as an example, I need to see all the areas that they do business at a glance. And then I also need to see, we as a company, in the areas that they do business, how much business do we do? Like, where's the overlap? And my manager was like, you know, I'm doing this one at a time, like manually, by going into our system and looking at where, and I'm like, oh boy, you gotta stop. I will make you something. So I made her a project sheet that all she has to do is put in basically the ID number of a company, and it auto-populates all of the information that she's looking in with threaded information that does some math about, like, the overall performance. I also added a thing so you could just see at a glance, like, all the areas over in the state that we... Oh my God, this project easily saved this woman like 10 hours of miserable labor. It was such... I learned how to do... It's so cool because what you can do in Excel is you can do unique filters together with an array to, like, look at 1 million columns worth of data and say, I need you to match, and I need you to basically give me every row where you see a match in value, but not the whole row. I just want columns A, D, and F. And so then you put in your one value, it finds them and only gives you A, D, and F in a list. Oh, whew. I know that is super boring to almost everyone here. There's at least one or two of you who who I know would be like, oh yeah, I know all about that. That's exciting. But just, it is just to say that my kind of magic that I do in Excel, has saved the company thousands and thousands of man hours, and is just, yeah, when I crank something out and they're like, holy fuck, I didn't realize Excel could do that, I say, I didn't either, but I fucking figured it out, and it sure can. Hi, Orphea. Yeah, if you've ever wondered, like, hey, could I X, Y, and Z in Excel? The answer, I can, like, 98% certain guarantee you the answer is yes. The answer is, like, certainly yes. Oh yeah, Stepbot knows. Stepbot always knows when you're a first-time chatter. Stepbot just has the sense. See, wait, what did you say? I wish I could do Excel magic. I don't sit down in an Excel sheet long enough to learn how to do magic in it. Yeah, and the thing is that some, a lot of people I've seen will say, I am, I'm experienced or I'm excellent. I have a high skill in Excel. And what they mean is they can go into Excel and they can click like data sort, and they know how to like add titles and stuff to Excel. But the people that I know that use Excel, when they say they're well versed, they are experts in Excel, I'm just always fucking blown away at what they do. Because I am resourceful and I know enough about Excel in order to get to where I'm going. I certainly don't know, right off the bat, like how I'm going to do things. But, I imagine working well in Excel is no different than coding. Because coders, you're like, okay, I know how to do this basic thing. But then you're like, oh, wow, but this other thing's going to be like, what would I do? And they go to Google and they say, how do I do blah, blah, blah. And so then they're like, oh, yeah, that's smart. And then they continue to code. Then they use some new function they didn't understand, but etc. That's why I never call myself more than proficient at Excel. Yeah. Yeah, but can you highlight one important cell in yellow? I could. I can't math well, but I can draft you a legally binding DNR. Are you a medical lawyer? That sounds like you're a medical lawyer or a lawyer specializing in medical. My dog just hopped up and snatched the banana bread I made. She ate the entire loaf. Oh, well. My coworker did magic in Excel to give us a special calibration form where we can just copy paste our calibration output. And it goes, yeah, fam, this passes and within FDA limits. Oh, that's so easy. Yeah, I know that seems like magic, but that is literally just if then. It's just a big, it's just like a big threaded if then. Because basically what they did is you paste in like some specs, and Excel has a million formulas, but you can just say if this value is, above 2 but under 8, and this, and it'll just be a big threaded ugly statement. Or you can just do simple things like, highlight particular cells if value is above or below whatever. And that is some very simple Excel magic. You can make it really complicated if you wanted to, but there's very, very easy ways of doing it. I can't imagine how you guys did that before. If I have to use if statements, I'd Alt F4. It's still no, it is. I'm not saying it's not magic. It's just very simple magic. But yeah, I mean, to people who, who don't really use a lot of Excel, someone like myself who is dangerous in Excel is like a world saver. And every time I make something really fancy, I'm like, that's really cool. And it's always nice to just sit back and admire, what you did. I use ChatGPT. Oh, me too. By the way, that's not a secret. ChatGPT is extraordinarily helpful for Excel, and I imagine in some cases for coding as well. Because instead of so before you ask, you can't just copy straight out of ChatGPT, because once you start asking it tough questions, it's gonna give you shit that just doesn't work. And you'll be like, hey, I used that formula and it didn't work. And it's like, oh, my mistake. You're right. Blah, blah, blah. And so like a lot of it is you just have to understand how to actually use Excel, and then it'll give you like the direction of the answer that you probably need. For example, you might be like, Excel, I need to write a formula that turns column A red if it sees a value in, cell B2 above 5. And it'll probably give you something that like kind of works or parts of it work, but often you have to figure out actually how the functions work to make them correct, because again, ChatGPT is not great. If you ask it a simple question like I need to add cells, 1 and 2 together, it'll be able to do that. But cell B2, damn, you sunk my battleship. Yeah, exactly. Anyway. Yeah, it's a very useful tool. There's some definite cases where ChatGPT is very, very useful. That's very pretty. New Zealand is just a very pretty place. 70 degrees. Oh, amazing. They have silly accents too, respectfully. Happy early Valentine's Day. Right back at you, Bulbasaur. I hope you have a good Valentine's. Yeah, it's the dreaded day for some of us, the celebrated day for others. And I think probably, if I were to guess, the #1 cause of children born in what, November? Happy Galentine's Day? What is that? I don't know what Galentine's. Is that for the gals? Is that for the girls? Hey, Galentine's Day. Hey, girl. Like Galentine's, maybe? Not so much. Oh, wait, do you have a vibe? Oh, fuck, Orphea. Shit, you got a vibe. It's probably too late. Exclamation point vibe, space a color, space another color. Like you do exclamation point vibe, space red, space blue. If you do it quick, you will still change this. Oh, let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they can do it fast enough. Oh, the vibe is too much pressure. Everyone's watching. Any color you changed it to would have been good, I promise. Don't worry, there's literally no wrong answer because it's just colors. I think you're gonna run out of time because you have a 2-minute timer, I think. You don't know any colors. Name a color. Purple. Fuck, it's not even a color. Yeah, you can always do random. Purple. Oh, no, it moved. It moved on. It's color. It's okay, Orphea. You'll get another chance. I promise the vibe will come up again in the future. You'll be ready. See, there we go. Purple green. Oh, yeah. That is purple. It's hard to tell because of the background, but it is purple. Let me more purpleify that for you. That's slightly more purple. Oh, fuck. No, that was the... Oops. That's slightly more purple. Is that better? Did I bonk my forehead? Now I'm self-conscious because you're looking at it. No, I fucking cut myself with a razor. So I shave with a straight blade, basically. And so it's like they're crazy dangerous because it's just like a razor basically held in a blade holder. And you really got, these razors, they're coming out of the pack like brand new, just sharpened out of the factory. And so if you're not really careful, you'll slice your face up instantly. And so I got through shaving my entire face, like the beard, whatever, all that was done. And I was like, oh, right, I gotta shave my fucking unibrow because my eyebrow grows all the way across my forehead. But I'm lucky because I have blonde eyelashes, so even when it grows in, you can't really see it. So I was like, oh, it's really hard to get the angle, and I pulled straight down and just gashed my forehead. You could put a star sticker on it. Yeah, that's true. That'd probably be sick. I just put it like right on the corner of my eyebrow, and I'll just say it's like a style. Just tweeze? I do tweeze right here. So, because when you're trying to clean up your mustache, you want like nice clean lines. And so I tweeze the extra hairs above my mustache on both sides because it also helps it not to grow in so quickly. And so you don't have to sit there shaving it all the time. but I don't tweeze this. I just like shave it because normally it's really fast. That sounds horrible. It's really not that bad. It's like, it takes maybe a minute because you just rip hairs out. You just go down the line ripping out a couple of hairs. It's not that bad. It's not like I'm ripping out 100 of them. It's just probably like, I don't know, 10 to 15 that are just, you know, growing not quite, you know, in the perfect line for the mustache or whatever. I promise it's not horrible. Or at least it's not awful. I just buzz my face with an electric razor because I don't want to look like I was in a Saw movie. Yeah, man. It took a long time to figure out how to shave with a straight razor. I would say it honestly took me the better part of a year. But it's nice because A, there's no better way to get an absolutely just skin perfect shave if you really want to do that. And also, I've talked about it before, but I have a badger brush and foaming shave soap. And so, you know, I lather up the badger brush and I do the whole thing, and it's not fast, but it's kind of like it's just kind of like, I don't know, relaxing. Yeah, it's a process. Yeah, it's kind of meditative in a way, right? Like you lather the thing up, you fucking lather your whole face, and then you take your time doing it, because not everything needs to be a rush. You know, not everything that you do in life has to be, oh, how can I do this in the smallest amount of time possible? Yeah, I use a straight. Here, I'll show you what I shave with. So this is what I shave with. So you generally, you know, everyone holds it differently, but I hold it like this, and then you just go down. But there is kind of still has stuff on it. But anyway, yeah. That's safety razor. Rune! Rune! Hello! Fucking Rune! Jesus! How are you doing, Rune? That's sick as hell? Wait, you mean the gift sub? Or the razor? The razor, it's called the Black Widow. It will fuck up your face. That's true. Oh, I'm not quite high as fuck anymore, but I am substantially higher than normal. Hello, Rune. Thank you so much for the fucking 20 gift subs. 25, even. Gift subs. And Selenium. Mabuhi. And Chris, welcome to the 52. Is this why I have back problems? Oh, don't talk to me about back problems. My back hurts. Just from lying in bed, my back hurts. It's the worst. Don't get old. Frosty, how you doing? Oh, right. By the way, we've decided that crab is not just crab. Crab is commandant crab. Or commander crab. Fuck. What was I supposed to... Oh, God. I can't even see. I'm blind. Chat, I'm blind. Oh, God. Where is it? I found it. I'm not typing all that just to talk to Crab. That's funny. I ain't typing all that just to fucking talk with Crab. Who even likes Crab? Sushi restaurants, they like Crab a whole bunch. Rune, how are you doing? I feel like you didn't even say hi. You just literally came in and just did that. Out with the pleasantries, just all about dropping fat gift sub bombs. If she gets a title, I want one too. I'm Admiral Ange. Couldn't you pick something that doesn't have like that literary term where it's like 2 A's in a row? You did say hello? Oh, did you right before? Maybe because it was right before. Weird question? Not a weird question. Has anyone protested before? Yes, and not a weird question. Crab.org. President Ange? Only if you're the president of the... Yeah, you can be president. Listen, I'm not here for your sass. He was gonna say bitch club. There's protests on Monday, and IDK had to prepare for a protest if I were to go. Take a water bottle. Hide your ID in your shoe. Write down the phone number of your lawyer on your arm in permanent marker, depending on the level of involved you plan on getting in the protest. Yeah, don't take your phone. What if you don't have a lawyer? Then you write the number of someone who's going to help you should you be arrested on your arm. And this is not a joke. This is very serious. Write the number of someone that you can call to get you out of trouble in permanent marker on your arm, along with there's some other information that they recommend that you write on your arm in very visible permanent fashion. But it depends. If you're going to like a protest that you anticipate is probably not going to be, super high stakes, then it's certainly different. Oh, did Flo give you some advice? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where she wrote it, but... Oh, right. Protests in the States are super different. Oh, right. Yeah, Luna, you're in Canada. Yeah. Yeah, Canadian protests, I suspect, are quite different than the USA protests right now. What's happening. So, yeah, definitely different rule set. How is Lice sending in these memos? How is Lice? What is Lies? What memos? I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, Chris. How is Chris sending in these memos? What memos are we talking about? Have they been here sending stuff? I'm out of it. You guys want to play some games? The bottom right. Oh, fuck. You mean the quotes? Shit. Okay. Yes, they're quotes. Yeah. Okay. So on this screen, this is like our loading screen. When I'm loading up a game, getting the settings ready, etc., we go to the screen. It plays videos that were recorded from actual games that we've played on stream together. And so it's like a nice little trip down memory lane. The quotes that are way down there in the bottom right-hand corner, those are pulled from our quote database. And every time I come back to this screen, it is a different set of quotes that it goes through. And it attributes them to the person who said them. They're always random. Yeah, the quotes are always random. And yeah, we have a bot that has been coded specifically for our Twitch channel and our Discord. And it does cool shit like that, the quote thing. And then at the end of the stream, we roll credits, and the bot grabs random people from chat and puts you in the credits as well. And so, is there a place where I can see all the quotes saved? Not right now. No, not right now. We have so many, we will never get through. We will never, ever get through all of the quotes we have. Maybe we need... Well, we do have a way to do it in channel points. But no, I don't know that we would ever just publish the database of them. How many do we have? 10,000? I don't know how many we have. I would guess certainly over 1,000. But the thing is that every, at least 6, easily. Every stream, we end up adding sometimes like 12 to 20 quotes. And so there's just no way we're ever going to see them. Yeah, also people could then cheat at trivia. That's true. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. Yeah, you see the mods are on it. Well, that's the wrong. Bulbasaur, you I can guarantee you have quotes. Oh, that's true. That amazingly still works. That amazingly still works. Is Monday a holiday in the US? I don't know. Yes, apparently. Oh, it's President's Day. Can someone just like one person type exclamation point ruined? RUINED? Oh, yeah, nothing. Okay. That command will be adjusted in the future. So instead of the how many, I have ruined the stream, it's just going to be ruined, which will be much shorter and easier to yeah, I have ruined the stream. But even that, oh, there you go. Yeah, cuz that command is dumb to remember. All right. It would help if you could spell, but remember, your degree is in math, so it does make sense. I don't know that that's going to display that whole thing. I don't know that we've really tested ones that long. It seems to be working. According to the known laws of it, there's no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it did. It cut it off. Yeah, there's a memory limit, I assume, or a character limit. I've never actually seen that. Well, that's good to know. At some point, we will upgrade that. Holy shit, I wonder what the, hold on. That's funny. Okay, so we're going to start with some demos. And I believe these are all horror game demos. I was requested to start with Tom the Post Girl. So we're going to start here. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It just looks cartoonish. It's Tom. They were sent in a box. And I guess they just lived in a single room at the post office. Oh, it's like a point and click. Hold on. Yeah, this is a demo. It's weird because it seemed like it didn't say demo. This is Tom the Post Man. Tom the Post Girl. Tom the Post Girl. What if I just wanted to go to the chapter 2 horse? No, it doesn't matter. Hold on, chat. One moment. Okay. Just had to draw a dick. I mean, they gave me the ability to draw. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, you know? Press space. You give me a tool. I don't know what you want. What is this? Is this a Red Rider? Is this a radio flyer? Want to take a peek inside? Not really. I don't think this is my house. What does that mean? What is that little eyeball? What does that little blinking eyeball mean? I don't know what it means. What does that mean? Why do you keep putting it? It's like I can do something. E, F. All the buttons. Enter. What is that? Control, Alt, Tab? No. Okay. Oh, wait. Do I hold space? I do hold space. It's a frog. Okay. Peek as much as you desire until you want to make a decision. Why is my game, like, dying? What the fuck is happening? That was bizarre. The game just, like, tried to kill my computer. Rah! Alright, they, for some reason, have a small child in the... They have a small child in the, dog house. Oh, that lady doesn't look like she's having a great day. Oh! Oh, but she doesn't seem to care that we're just standing here. What do I do? Am I supposed to... Alright, I'm just creep... Are we delivering something? I'm just creeping on her fucking window. What will you choose? Peeking implies opening the package you're meant to deliver safely. Delivering implies bringing the package to its destination as you should. I'm a delivery person, right? I'm not going to open their shit. Okay. This game keeps killing my computer. Hold on. What in the fuck? Oh my god. That's it? Those are my options? Okay, I don't know what this game is doing, but in between, like when it's doing decisions, it just fucking destroys my machine. And I don't have any idea why. Doot. Okay, I delivered a package. I don't know. I delivered a package and there were weird noises and people were like slurping spaghetti off a table or something. I'm not really sure why. Chicks are... Do not knock or ring. Chicks are very sensitive. Oh, you see, it's dying again. I don't know why. We're gonna try to get through it. It doesn't seem awful, but it's certainly not good. Cow. All right, well, that horse has a plaque that says cow for some reason. Oh, that guy is sleeping with the chickens? Which is not a euphemism for him being dead. It's not like he's sleeping with the fishes, but it's chickens instead, because we're